If you've tried everything in your author career and the needle just isn't moving, I might have a reason why, and it's probably not what you think. If you don't know who I am Arabella. I'm a best-selling and award-winning author of the fucking OG Sailor Moon retelling. It is amazing. It's completed. Check it out. The books are up here. They're amazing. So I've done the publishing thing for a little bit. I've been published for a couple of years and I've been relatively successful. Like it's been pretty good. I used to say that I was like a middle of the road author. That's not who I am anymore. I'm a top tier 6-figure full-time author, living my dreams author, bitch. How did I move, right? How did I move from middle of the road to like fucking explosive amazingness? How did I move that needle, right? Or at least how do I feel on the inside that I move that needle? That needle will move. I'm not trying to be tricksy or anything. That needle is moving, I guess, is what I should say. How did I move the needle and how you can move the needle too? That's what we're talking about here. So sit down and prepare for me to trigger the fuck out of you. I don't mean to. Really, I don't. If you've like done all the marketing and you've done all the hooks and you've done all the graphics and you've done all the reels and you've done the carousels and you've done if you've done everything, right? Like me. It's worked, but like maybe not. But maybe a little bit and then maybe not and then it's just not working, right? Okay. It's you. And I don't mean that in the fact that you're not good enough or your books aren't good enough or you don't have enough followers. I have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I'm talking about there is some story that you are identifying with in your mind that is probably from childhood that you have been believing about yourself your entire life. And that story is what's keeping you stuck. So you're like, all right, fine, Arabella, fine, it's me, it's my story. I'm identifying as an author who is not successful, okay? I'm coming at this from like a very psychological / manifesting / woo-woo angle. And I believe that like who we believe we are manifests out there in reality. If you believe that you're an author who isn't successful, for whatever reason, whether you're not seen, you're not chosen, you're not good enough, you don't make enough money so your cover sucks, like, and you're always broke, or you always get fucked, or whatever, like, whatever the fucking story is, it doesn't matter what it is. If you believe that story about yourself, you have to kind of like trace that back to a point in your life, most likely your childhood, where that belief really came instilled. I definitely recommend like writing a letter to your inner child, but fucking warning, it's gonna fuck you up for a few days. But no, I found deep healing in this, like with all seriousness, because like I've been through a lot of shit. Like you would not know it, you would not think it, but I have been through some fucking shit. So like I get it. And I get that story feels like the only story and the only identity like that we can have, right? And I bet you dollars to donuts that story that you're telling yourself as to why you can't be a successful author is also a story you tell yourself about everything else. Like, I'm sure there's some fucking parallels there, whether it be in relationships or another part of your job or friendships or whatever the fuck. Like, that is something that like you need to work on. And maybe that's not everybody's path, right? Maybe somebody could just get the marketing hook just right and everything takes off for them and it's just fucking easy for them. Maybe that's your fucking path. I don't fucking know. For me is me identifying as an author who is fucking successful and not letting my old identity with this old story say that I'm not anymore. Like, does that make sense? Like, please tell me that this makes sense, that like you can tell yourself forever and ever and ever that like I'm not seen, I'm not chosen, I'm not picked, I'm not the one, it's not for me. And you can say that over and over and over again and then experience that in your fucking reality. And then do what I did and stop fucking saying that and saying like, no, I am chosen. I am seeing my books. Like this is who I am. Like I am the person. I am the author who identifies as the author who is like loved and chosen and seen as successful, and like this is who I am, right? Like people love my books, they resonate, they're seen by my books, like I see them, therefore they see me, like that is who I am, right? Like you can't tell me that those different identities won't get different results. And so like that's what I'm trying to tell you is that like if you can bridge that gap, if you can just and decide that like you can identify as the author who has their dreams come true, who sells all those books, who is a full-time author, who is a 6 7 figure author, who blows up on social media, who gets that 7 fucking figure like trad pub deal. Like if that's who you believe you are, that is what you will get. But if you believe that you are small, or like me, that I said I was just a middle of the road author, like if you believe that that is what you'll get, and like I'm just trying to share the fact that you can change, right? Like you can change that if you have the courage to change it, to let go. And it is hard to let go of that old story. But like you can. Okay? And everything can change. So let it go. Be like Elsa, let it go. Okay? Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.